From Fox 15, News 15 Today starts now.
Good morning and welcome back. You're watching News 15 Today. I'm Alex Worstel.
And I'm Carter Simino. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Well, Seacor Power are now facing a third lawsuit stemming from the capsized boat tragedy that happened 2 weeks ago.
The family of Ernest Williams of St. Mary Parish is filing a suit on behalf of his wife and 9 adult children.
The lawsuit seeks damages for personal injury and wrongful deaths from 4 defendants, including Seacor, the company that hired the lift boat, and the company who constructed the boat.
The Port Barre Police Department and Jeanerette Fire Department are accepting supplies to help the Seacor Power search team. They're asking for water, Gatorade, sunscreen, and any other helpful items as they search for those missing Seacor workers. Port Barre Police will drop off the donations on Saturday, so you have until tomorrow to get your donations to the Jeanerette Fire Department.
Well, all right, let's go ahead and get a check of the weather now with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier.
Yes, Adam, very hot and muggy this morning to start the day.
Yeah, feeling more like summertime out there with temperatures in the mid-70s to begin our morning. And we also have that humidity in place too. So those mid-70s out the door right now, they're going to turn into 80s pretty quickly, all thanks to this. Southerly winds coming in 15 to 20 miles per hour down closer to the coast, near 10 miles per hour elsewhere. So through the rest of your morning, we'll hang in the mid-70s. It'll be warm and muggy, but as mentioned, with just a little hint of sunlight, they'll get into the 80s pretty quickly later on this morning. We'll have more on that and also look at rain chances in the forecast coming up.
Sounds good, Adam. We'll check back in just a few minutes. Well, Governor John Bell Edwards continuing to ease COVID-19 mitigation measures for the state. The governor is putting local leaders and businesses in charge of implementing a mask mandate. However, masks are still required in public places like schools and healthcare facilities.
Of the COVID-19 mask mandate as a sign that the pandemic is over. It is not. And we are not on a one-way street moving away from the pandemic either. It is still very much a two-way street. And we don't want to go in the other direction. It is still possible.
Other changes include erasing outdoor event crowd limitations and allowing some businesses to reopen their waiting areas.
The CDC now says if you're fully vaccinated and are outside, then you do not need to wear a mask for most activities. The agency says fully vaccinated people can ditch the mask if they're attending a small outdoor gathering with others who are fully vaccinated and unvaccinated people. However, the CDC still recommends for vaccinated people to wear a mask if they're attending a crowded outdoor event like a sporting event or a concert.
The CDC reverses field on comments made by its director on coronavirus risks to pregnant women.
The CDC walked back its statements on Tuesday made by CDC head Dr. Rochelle Walensky last Friday. Walensky recommended that pregnant women receive the COVID-19 vaccine, saying there was no evidence against vaccines for pregnant women.
The agency now says its guidelines haven't changed since March, saying pregnant women should weigh risks such as exposure to the virus and possible infection when considering getting vaccinated.
Well, there's been a massive increase in domestic violence cases since the start of this pandemic. Nicole Cockerham with Faith House says officials and law enforcement are working together to help domestic violence victims during this difficult time.
70% increase in survivors and children that we saw. And I would venture to say that, the majority, 3/4 of those are with children. We have a lot of children at the shelter. We see a lot of children here at the Family Justice Center.
Cockerham tells News 15 they have not closed one day since the pandemic started, and they will continue to move forward. To learn more about domestic violence resources and assistance, you can go to our website, kadn.com.
Turning to some state COVID-19 stats, the Louisiana Department of Health is reporting an increase of more than 400 cases since yesterday. Now confirmed cases are surpassing 388,000 to date. Since the start of the pandemic, more than 9,000 people have died as a result of complications from the virus, with an increase of 10 deaths since the last update.
The department is also reporting an additional 67,000 people have gotten the COVID-19 vaccine. The state has now completed more than 1.2 million doses of the 2 vaccines. That's approximately 1 in 4 people.
Louisiana patients could soon have access to smokable marijuana after a bill cleared the House committee last week. The bill is the biggest expansion to the state's medicinal marijuana program since its initiation 6 years ago. State Representative Tanner McGee, who authored the bill, explains why this expansion is needed.
Really what we'd be doing with us only having expensive products out there, we would be killing our program. Our residents would be leaving our state to go buy it in Arkansas and Mississippi.
McGee says his bill is expected to make its way to the House floor in the coming weeks and is optimistic that it will eventually make its way to the governor with very little opposition.
President Biden will deliver his first joint address to Congress tonight.
Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera is in Washington with more on what the president is expected to discuss.
President Biden's first speech to Congress comes just ahead of his 100th day in office, giving him a chance to weigh in on his first 3 months on the job. President Biden's first address before a joint session of Congress is shaping up to look different from years past. Rather than a packed chamber hosting all 535 members of Congress, because of COVID, only around 200 are on this year's guest list.
While the speech will, of course, look and feel different from past years, the president will preserve a few traditions, including the walk down the center aisle that we have seen presidents do for many years. He will, of course, be wearing a mask for that.
The president is expected to use his speech to further promote his $2 trillion infrastructure plan and provide an update on the COVID pandemic. It comes as more than 230 million vaccine doses have since been distributed, surpassing the president's modified goal of 200 million.
After one of the most difficult years in recent memory, the first 100 days of the Biden presidency and the new Senate Democratic majority has seen the country turn a corner.
The White House says the president will also unveil his American Families Plan, the final piece of his $4 trillion spending proposal, a plan expected to include investments in education, child care, and paid leave. But Republicans critical of the president's spending proposal say his defense budget doesn't go far enough.
Adjusting for inflation, President Biden's proposal would amount to a reduction in spending.
While tonight's address will look similar to a State of the Union address, officially it's not one. In recent years, a president's first speech is called a joint session. That's because in theory, the president is too new to weigh in on the State of the Union. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
Well, if you're looking for a job in Acadiana, you'll have more than one chance this May. We'll tell you how.
And radar quiet right now, but rain chances are on the rise in your forecast. Details coming up.
The Better Business Bureau is cooking for a cause. CEO Jillian Dickerson joins us next to remind you of a special event happening next month.
I'm here. Okay. Yes. That we are we're finalizing our sponsors for the barbecue cook-off, and that we have vendor and team registrations available. Okay, well, I tried to turn it sideways and now my ring light is not working. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome back at 7:40. Joining us now via FaceTime, we have Jillian Dickerson. She is with the Better Business Bureau. Good morning, Jillian. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Doing well. You're joining us to talk about a cook-off that you have coming up next month, correct? May 15th.
May 15th. We're really excited. The Better Business Bureau has our first ever barbecue cook-off. We are raising funds to establish a scholarship fund for trade school level, university level, and community college level scholarships that'll be offered in the fall from the Better Business Bureau. And our way of raising funds this year is to do a cook-off. We have Dustin, Sonia, and the Wanted playing on May 15th at Park International, downtown Lafayette. And then we're really pushing and requesting even those amateurs to come out and win those bragging rights. We have awards for first, second, and third place. We're recruiting teams to cook in the cook-off right now, as well as available sponsorships and vendor opportunities.
Okay, good deal. That is awesome. It sounds like it's going to be a great first event. But if people are interested in coming, again, remind folks when exactly that is. And also, I know we talked a little bit about sponsorships. I know you're kind of finalizing those. How might people get involved in that if they're interested?
You can visit our office or call us on the phone, as well as bbb.org, and our Facebook social media page has a lot of information on the barbecue cook-off as well as our sponsorship levels. To be considered a sponsor this year and have your logo placed on all the promised materials, we would have to have your confirmation and your reservation by tomorrow. So we kind of have a deadline on sponsorships, but everything else we have until the second week of May to accept vendor spots as well as team registrations.
Okay, so a reminder for folks at home that sponsorship deadline is tomorrow. But Jillian, we appreciate you joining us today. We'll have all this info online, and hopefully we'll have you guys back a little sooner or as it gets closer to the cook-off. Thanks so much.
You can also get your tickets at eventbrite.com.
Perfect. Good deal. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All righty, stay with us. We've got weather with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier coming up next. Pretty hot and humid out there. Stay with us. It is 7:42 on your Wednesday morning. What would I say? Like, excuse me, Jillian, can you take your hand off the mic?
Can't hear you.
No shot was I going to be like, excuse me. Now that's a very Carter-esque thing. I could totally see him being like, Jillian, we can't hear you. Could you take your phone off the mic? It's about 2 minutes of her life. She'll probably be on next week, if we're being honest, to talk about the same damn thing. So it's all good. She was more worried about her damn ring light, so
Jillian, your hair's in the way.
As long as she was lit like a tree, she's good.
Always tracking, always alerting. Here's your Storm Track 15 weather.
Welcome back. It is warm to start our morning, and it's only going to get warmer later this afternoon.
You forgot humid? It like hits you in the face.
Doesn't
when you
affect
walk
me
outside.
as much.
We know this. It just affects me and my northern blood. But anywho, Adam, we are checking in with Storm Track 15 meteorologist Adam Olivier now for the latest.
Yeah, you know, Alex and Carter, we do have a lot of that humidity and a lot of warm temperatures out there. But usually when we have that humidity, you're thinking rain chances, you know, that it should be happening at some point, but not going to today. We see a lot of clouds out there, and actually you can kind of see the humidity off in the distance, that kind of hazy look to the sky. Yeah, that's all that water vapor just sitting here at the ground, making it feel very uncomfortable. I-10 at I-49. Our temperatures did not fall at all overnight. We're in the mid-70s to start your morning off. So that gives us a pretty easy starting point to get warmer and get into the 80s later on this afternoon. Now, clouds still are out there right now. We are seeing our winds starting to increase across the area, 10 to 15 miles per hour. The lone exception, Lafayette, with a wind at 7, but a gust to 17. We're looking at some gustier winds there in Abbeville at 21 with those gusts, 23 in Lake Charles. But those winds actually increase through the rest of today. And the National Weather Service put out a wind advisory that is going to go into effect starting at 11 o'clock this morning until 7 p.m. this evening for winds that exceed 30 miles an hour. It's going to get pretty strong out there. Trash cans may be blown down the street a little bit today. We are looking at those temperatures, though, getting warm as well, with a lot of sunshine expected this afternoon. Mid to upper 80s, almost a certainty. Overnight lows dipping down to around 70 degrees with more clouds rolling their way on in, and that eventually leads to some rain chances. Now, we kind of talked about the rain chances here going into, say, Thursday. But now we're going to talk about our weekend rain chances. We pick up our Futurecast model here at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Not a whole lot going on, but later on in the afternoon hours, look what starts to show up. Some pop-up showers and storms. Now, not everyone's going to get in on this, but, you know, we could see 1 or 2 thunderstorms out there. However, watch what happens as we go Saturday night and into Sunday. Some rain starts to form up early in the morning Sunday, and the afternoon hours, quite a bit more in the way of showers and thunderstorms. In fact, some heavy out there. So as we look ahead to the weekend, remember I said yesterday, forecast for the weekend likely to change. It has done so, and we expect more thunderstorms on Sunday than we do on Saturday. So I guess if you have outdoor plans, I would definitely have them planned for Saturday. Sunday, looking a little iffy right now. We'll have more on that for you as we get closer in time, though.
Do you guys have Mother's Day plans?
Oh, always.
Okay. Just wondering. Just curious. Okay, cool. Fun. Thanks, Adam. Well, U.S. officials still plan to make federal Real ID standards mandatory, but we're giving you more time to make that change. We've got details coming up next.
And Mother's Day is a little over a few days away, but not to worry.
It's my other favorite.
Oh my
Oliver
gosh.
has the perfect gift idea.
Oh,
We're
wow, this is
we're
great.
checking in with him next.
Kaylin, come here real quick. Yeah, Lauren, it's everywhere. It's my fave. Oh, I have problems. I love it. Go to Facebook real quick.
I was thinking about that the other day, actually. How is that? I have a favorite superhero. Reese Witherspoon. That's her favorite superhero.
This is everything happening.
Welcome back to News 15 today. It's time to go back now to the world's worst gift giver to give you ideas about Mother's Day gifts.
He's at least trying to improve. Al Aber this morning at Leona Sue's Floors in Scott to learn about the perfect Mother's Day arrangement as well as some good gift ideas. We're going to send it out to him now. How's it going, Al?
Carter, Alex, having a great day here with Annie. Gifts for Mother's Day, but I got to tell you, hey, without our great viewers, hey, where would we be? I found a viewer. Come over here. This is Tessie. Tessie, tell us what you told me earlier.
I wake up to 15 News and I go to sleep with 15 News.
Did you hear that? Now, that's the perfect lifestyle. And how's your life going?
My life is awesome.
Life is awesome. Watching News 15. Thank you, Tessie. You're fantastic. Well, there you go. I got to tell you, this has been a great morning, Annie. So, look. Flowers are great for Mother's Day, but there's other gifts as well. And I know Alex Rostel was talking about some of this stuff here. Tell us about this. You could actually put together a basket with this.
Right. We do a bundle. So you could call and get a Mother's Love special, which would be flowers. And you have the choice. You could add Lamberger, which is a fragrant and also cleans the air without a flame. Or we have Orleans and Tyler candles. And we can put a gift set together with Mom's favorite fragrance, or we can do an assortment so she can try them all.
You know, I like that idea. And I got to tell you, I smell some of these fragrances here. What's the one that I like? What's the name again?
High Maintenance.
High Maintenance. Well, that's certainly me, I guess. And they also have something to wash your clothes in, right?
Right. We have the Glamour Wash. We have the Orleans and the Tyler, and it's fragrant wash, and it smells amazing. You can make your whole house smell great.
Now, you told me about a guy who comes in here, gets the wash because he doesn't want to wear cologne, but he washes his clothes and he smells great.
Right. The smell stays on for weeks. You can pull sheets out of the closet, they still smell, but he wears it on his uniform shirts so that wherever he goes, he smells great.
Hey, John, you and I should go halvesies on this. We're going to wash our News 15 shirts in this, and we're going to smell fantastic all the time. Not that we don't smell fantastic all the time as it is now. You know, Mother's Day, hard to buy gifts. I'm a terrible gift giver. Annie has a lot of answers here. I like this, that someone else puts together something for Mom. We're going to go back to you guys in the studio. Annie are going to be here. More gift ideas for Mother's Day here at Leona Sue's in Scott. I'm loving it.
Al, I'm getting so excited that Carter just told me to settle down. That's how much I love all things Tyler candles.
She's super hype in the studio right now.
I just love it. And I love High Maintenance. I wash the sheets in that as well. But let us move on.
Yeah, we'll check back with that in our next hour for more gift ideas for Mom.
Cypress Bayou Casino Hotel is holding a job fair, so mark your calendars for May 8th. The casino is hiring for positions in food and beverage, as well as gaming, IT, accounting, security, and marketing. For more information, be sure to call the number on your screen.
And another option for job seekers across Acadiana, locally owned and operated Stuller is now hiring. The company is hosting a job fair on May 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Cecil Picard Center. Or Picard Center, rather. They are looking to fill more than 200 new jobs at the global headquarters here in Lafayette. To view all job listings for the company, head to stuller.com/careers. Stuller is the nation's largest jewelry manufacturer. You now have until 2023 to update your driver's license to comply with federal Real ID standards.
They told me this when I got my new Louisiana license, but the Department of Homeland Security announced it was extending the deadline for the enforcement of Real ID requirements, of course, due to the pandemic. DHS said only 43% of U.S. IDs are currently compliant.
The deadline was previously set for October 1st of this year. The new deadline is May 3rd of 2023.
Once enforcement is in effect, travelers flying commercially in the U.S. will need to have a Real ID, which is marked by a star on the top of the card.
So it's not a separate ID, it's just you have to update your current driver's license.
It's just like an updated, newer license.
Okay,
yes.
with the star. Got it.
With the star. Well, Chipotle is giving away, are you listening, Adam? $250,000 in burritos to, well, maybe not listen, to healthcare workers.
No, I get them all excited for nothing.
I'm sorry.
The Mexican food chain announced it is giving out 250,000 codes for free burritos to nurses and medical providers.
What a great idea. Chipotle's chief marketing officer said it's all about supporting healthcare workers as the pandemic continues. You can sign up to get a code starting Thursday at noon on Chipotle's website.
The offer comes ahead on May 6th, National Nurses Day. Chipotle is also letting people thank healthcare workers on a virtual wall on its website. You know, I think you could actually make the argument that Adam is a healthcare worker because he comes in the middle of the night and warns people about dangerous tornadoes and weather events.
100%.
There you
Adam,
go.
you need to look
Here's your
into
twist.
that.
Well, adults and children of Acadiana, grab your favorite mask and cape. Today is National Superhero
No
Day.
way. Although superheroes like Batman and Wonder Woman are fictional, many serve as role models for children as they serve and protect the public while battling against evil.
Of course, there are some non-fictional superheroes in the world, including police officers, firefighters, teachers, and medical professionals.
So true. You can honor the day by taking your favorite superhero to a meal and thank them for all of their efforts.
Well, more News 15 today to come, but first a quick track of your Tuesday forecast after this break.
And one final look at that forecast for today shows more clouds to track, but at least no rain showers in your forecast. Warm temperatures and a lot of wind out there too. Remember that wind advisory starts at 11 o'clock for those wind gusts over 30 miles an hour. It is certainly going to be a gusty springtime day out there, but at least we should see a little bit in the way of sunshine later this afternoon.
What are you doing?
It's windy. It's windy. It's windy outside. It's
yeah,
inside.
that's coronavirus right there. You may not want to do that.
I do not have
We're
it.
immune
Do not
at
put
this
that out
point.
there.
We are immune. We are fine. But thank you, Adam. We will check back with you in our next hour, where coverage continues anytime on our website, kadn.com.
We'll be right back with more News 15 today after this 1-minute break.
Families still demanding answers and video footage. This morning, they'll take a stand in front of Lafayette's DA's office at 8.